What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
y'all curlers, novice to pro. Ashland Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Ashland Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at ashland.com.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Hi everybody, welcome to the final of the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major, featuring Kate Cameron of Winnipeg, Manitoba versus Yu Han of Beijing, China. This is the final. My name is Matt Hames and I'm going to be your commentator tonight. If you're joining us via YouTube, say hi in the comments. If you're joining us in Facebook, go over to YouTube and say hi in the comments. It's like we're going to have a really good, fun game tonight, with Han winning the draw to the button contest and getting the last rock in this first hand. First rock went just a little bit tight on the ring, so can hit it. Starting a little bit early. We are not on regular TV, of course, so if this was regular TV, they'd start right on time, but this is the internet. So we're starting a bit early. These ladies want to get going, get moving, just get this final over with and get there, any travel that they have to do on the road. Cameron team is from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Of course, the Han team is from China, so they might be moving on to another bonspiel, heading to a curling club to throw some rocks, play some games, practice. Playing a split here. Playing a split, the call is back 4. You want to get some movement on these rocks and get some distance between the two of them. So you tend to throw this a little bit heavier than a back 4, especially if you just hit a corner of it. We're on it pretty early. The key thing to a split is distance of the rocks. This looks like it's a perfectly back 4-ish weight. And bowled over, but not quite on. Still a decent shot. Cameron team will just go for a hit and roll inside here. You can probably see like a control weight. Nice and easy, get a little bit of movement on the rock. Yeah, just a nice quiet weight. Try to carve it. The sweepers. It's like it's gonna be just off rails. Just on the other side. Maybe tightening up the ice a little bit, throwing it just a little bit harder. They want to roll across the ring, so just take a little bit tighter ice. Nice balanced throw. that they're surprised by this spot. I think they're just not taking aggressive ice this early. There's no need to get aggressive. Cameron's tighten up the ice here a little bit. Probably still throwing this in, right?
Hi, Matt. How are you? It's Matt Yo joining you on the broadcast here.
Hey, Matt. It's
How's
the Mats.
It's the Mats.
Things are great. How are things?
You know what?
Been working hard out here.
It's been a weekend. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. We have a door open in the one corner of the building at the moment. Exhaust fans going. Other doors open in the corners of the building. We had a little bit of a sewer issue here at the rec center that they've unclogged, but the ladies, without these doors open, it gets a little bit smelly in there. So they said, you know what? Just keep the doors open and we'll deal with whatever happens on the ice. I'm like, okay, sounds good.
There you go.
So it's
Play in a lot of different conditions on a Monday afternoon in a Bondsfield.
yeah, absolutely. So it's been a huge shout out again here to the city of Beaumont and the rec crew. Been phenomenal here, and it's been a weekend with a bunch of different things going on and transpiring, but fantastic work by them. Big shout out to them helping us out here. So
Nice. It's always nice to have. Be in a rec facility, right, where the city kind of takes care of the building.
yeah, we were just actually chatting about that with a couple other curling ice makers, as well as a curling board member about rec centers compared to standalone facilities. And
Yeah.
when you're in a rec center, you take some bad with the good, but also I'm not out there declogging a sewer line at the moment, so I'll take the good with the bad as well.
Well, the curling club that I grew up in Brampton, Ontario, which is now actually named after my mom, the club there, it's called Sandra Games Curling and Tennis Center, has always been a rec center. So it was always run by the city. So the ice maker only had to worry about the glass out. Never
Nice.
had to go clean toilets or worry about it. Curlers don't think about that, right? Like you've got to run the facility as well as the ice plant.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's you're not just worrying about the ice conditions, all that type of stuff. You're worrying about I have a brine leak, there's an ammonia leak, there's a toilet plunger, there's up to million things that go on, and especially a big square footage facility like this. So
Yeah.
to have these guys and how hard they've worked over the last 3 days with a bunch of different things going on here at the facility. I told the boys after the game here, there's definitely going to be a couple of sea change brewery beers here from Beaumont bought by me, and I want to thank them big time. So
Nice. There you go. Look at that
little
shot.
plug there, eh?
Look at
Oh,
this
great
little-
shot.
Look at that shot here. That is an excellent little. It's an unlucky shot. It's a good result for Cameron team. Although Han has hammer, so it's not the worst thing in the world for them.
Yeah, a couple corner guards, right? And an opportunity to either hit and roll or try to draw another one in there in a good position.
Draw one in. They're pretty tight run backs, so Cameron, is looking at splitting the rings here and going for a force. Try to draw the other side.
Third's last shot. So
Yeah.
if it was the first one, maybe you'd probably be looking at a hit and roll. But since it's her last, maybe not.
It's a good opportunity here to just kind of go around, but I think you're gonna see Han just come down to that shot rock and tap it back a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. The little turn tap back.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, they've been playing really well. As much as I've watched here this weekend, I haven't watched a whole bunch, but
Right.
they've been playing really well. The only game they lost there was in the A final, I believe, and the Kate Cameron team's really been playing really well.
Oh, her first indication here was a hit. Let's see whether or not they continue with that. Thinking that like if you hit what you can see or a little bit less than what you can see, the natural double is.
That's a tight shot.
It's a tight shot. The guard is actually not in play to make the double from the looks of things. You have to hit less than you can see to make the double. The question is whether or not they're throwing it hit and roll or going hard for the double. I think the weight is probably not going to be that heavy. It's a nice control weight shot here. This looks pretty close.
Yeah, speaking of another team that's been firing all cylinders.
They underslept it a little bit. They need to hit less of that.
A little less of it, yeah. Wow. Good shot, but like to your point, right?
Yeah.
Not having the hammer, you're probably not too worried about their situation. Forfeit's opened up. You know, Kate's looking at even a hit and roll behind the corner guard, which might be a you know, maybe a little bit better hit and roll right to the center line. Maybe
I think a nose hit or roll to the
Yeah.
center line. I don't think you want to go anywhere near that corner guard.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just have that has the potential. I think if you roll to the center guard, you might see Han just come around this. You still might see her just come around this guard depending on where you roll to.
Yeah, exactly. Roll right almost to her broom where it is.
Right to her brim would be perfect. You'll still see them throw a hit and roll inside. They'll roll behind the one with the yellow one already back there, and then you just either draw it down to it or you just draw it down to it and you go to the next end, basically.
Yeah.
You're in try to force them here. You know you're not going to steal, so just try to force them. Make sure you make your shots.
Yeah, try to force them and make their shot as hard as possible, right? Like,
yeah.
The hit and roll is a lot more difficult than a in-turn back eight freeze. So right on the nose, good shot.
It'll be interesting to see if they play the same intern. They are going to play the same intern. Because they've, in the first couple of shots of this end, they played the outturn down this spot. So they played a couple of nose hits. If you take that yellow rock and move it up about 3 feet, they played 3 shots early in this end with the outturn here on that exact rock. And they actually made the roll outside almost every time. Like,
so it might be a little natural.
They sat and watched it because they were trying to roll inside, and they sat and watched it. And now they're switching turns, which is really interesting because this is really hard to call. Like, you have to get on the nose. You have to wait till it's on the nose and then call speed.
Yeah, and then, you know, like first end too, right? So inside out first end, not a lot of rocks have been down these paths during practice. So looks like they're working on it pretty hard.
Oh, this is going a lot harder than I thought. This might just roll all the way out. Yeah, the real interesting thing about that, honestly, is that they threw 3 outturns down that exact same spot trying to hit and roll inside, and none of them actually curled. And then they switched to the intern for this hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think that's a lot of times when the front end could come down and say, hey, remember my shot?
Yeah. Remember the 3 shots before this? Yeah.
Remember my shot where we threw the outturn and it didn't curl enough, and if we just had to put a couple brooms to it, it would have hit and rolled to the outside?
You know what, I've noticed this a lot the last 2 weekends. Last weekend at the Hub International Alberta Curling Series Major with the men. You know, it seems like a lot of teams, I remember, you know, growing up playing juniors and our early days in men's, that, you know, you'd never play a hit from the inside out. Like,
yeah.
But you're seeing it a lot more the last few weeks, and even at the end of last year, I noticed it a lot more with these higher level teams.
I can't explain it. It's a much more precise shot. But the other thing is, if you're standing in the house and you're calling it, it's a much more guessy kind of a call.
Yeah, because you're almost needing to over curl it, right?
Yeah. You have to wait a little bit, and then you have to curl it. You have to kind of call it at the end, or you have to anticipate the curl and call it before, and then hope it curls at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Either way is like there's a bit of hope in them in the calling of the sweep when you have to cross a rock.
Yeah, I completely agree. So it's been interesting. I'm watching that here with all the Alberta Curling Series events here at Beaumont Curling Club down here at the city of Beaumont over the next 3 months, and just seeing if that's kind of more of a trend, and also trying to reach out to the players and just ask why. Maybe they Okay, Cameron's last stone here in the first end and trying to get around with the top 8.
Yeah, just put it in a spot. I mean, you could talk about the possibility. They probably talked about the possibility of just putting it on for like just fully in the top 12. The danger is you come up short or something. Those, you never know. That especially the one on the left-hand side might actually be splittable to be full 12. Like, so you just want to get this on. Again, the goal from about 4 shots ago was to force.
Get the force, yeah.
They've got the force here. Everyone is, well, Cameron is pretty happy about this force. The way Han was playing, they were looking for possibilities of blanking this end. So one is not the worst result. A low pressure 1 to start the game.
Low pressure 1, yeah, exactly. So last shot here in the first end at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Ladies Major. Turn hit for 1. Team on.
Going pretty hard again. I'm just not quite anticipating this. There's the perfect roll.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 1 point for Team On.
Yeah, and we will be right back to the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major right after these messages.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
And final. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. We are in the second end here. My name is Matt Hames, and I'm joined by one of the ice makers of this, who's also been commentating this weekend.
Yeah, my name is Matt Yo. I'm I guess business owner with Kyle Winters and Timmins Ice Manufacturing. This is one of the 8 clubs that we operate in the Edmonton and greater area, Beaumont Curling Club, and then Justin Runsman is our head ice maker with the club. So great big shout out to those guys and what we've had to kind of get over the last 2-3 weeks in the ice in, as well as the weekend. So lots of hard work put into that. So great shout out to Justin.
I did a lot of ice making in my youth, so I'll try not to geek out about this too much.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I said I was kind of born with a pebble head in my hand, but with Dad doing ice all over the world and country, talking to the Japanese teams that were here this weekend, were asking me because they were actually at our house about 15 to 20 years ago now. They used to come over for 2-3 months at a time and stay at our house, do some ice making as well as curling all over Alberta, and And Morozumi, I've known Morozumi in the men's side for over 25 years. And
Nice.
yeah, no, it's been fun to see these guys, play against them when we were in juniors and have a pretty good shot at beating them, and now have absolutely no chance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I gotcha. Well, I think we're gonna see some rocks in play this end. I think you're gonna see a little bit more draws.
yeah, like I've watched a few games here this weekend, especially with the international teams, and then it seems like they like to mix it up quite a bit. This team and
Yeah.
I think Kate with her mixed doubles background as well too, and that's how I actually met Kate at the mixed doubles Canadians. I think it was back in like 2014 or something like that. So with her, they like to mix it up too. So I would think there'd be a few rocks in play this end.
Just gonna start stacking these guards. The key to the shot is as you're sitting in the hack, the key to the shot is to not bounce out. Like, it's okay to be a little bit light here. What you never want to be is heavy and bounce off.
Yeah, a little bounce off, roll wide open to give them a chance to hit and roll in or freeze in. Yeah, absolutely. Big shout out to a couple people online here. Megan Edwards, hello. You're always on stream there, so thanks for reaching out. Cheryl, a few people on Facebook. So if you're on the Facebook or YouTube live stream, please share, like, subscribe. All that type of good stuff helps all of us out at the end. So
yeah,
to your point there, a little bit light, but nothing wrong with that shot there.
No, not bad. It's gonna definitely create a situation here where, and you can tell me a little bit more, but watching the sheet yesterday, it looked like it was just a little tiny bit of a dish. So the more ice you took here, the more it went. It looks like this would have a chance to get almost all the way to a piece of the butt.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to see a little bit more curl on this side as well as than on the board side. The club here actually doesn't have any brine lines, which is the lines that are inside the concrete to make the concrete cold. Where that blue walkway is, there's actually no lines in there. So the ice temperature is a little bit different from the left side of the sheet to the right side of the sheet as you're looking at it now. So you're going to see a little bit more curl on that side there, and even a little bit more as the more you get out. So
yeah, that just didn't quite get it out there to that brim, but also I think it's going to curl a lot there. So if you want to come around that red rock, you got to get it out there and really pop it.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw a little bit of that with our local teams here. Local Alberta teams that were competing in this event, where the first couple of games they were out there, or even the first couple of practices they had this week out at the Beaumont Curling Club, just weren't quite popping it out there to get that 4.5 feet of curl, 4 feet of curl. Sometimes they got the old 8 feeder, but they adjusted throughout the weekend and actually had a really good showing throughout the weekend. We had Team Fujisawa, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of her now, but I think she's like top 5 in the world.
Yeah.
I don't even think she made the playoffs. I could be wrong.
No, she lost the C qualifier last night. I was actually commentating that game.
Okay, yeah. So
had a couple of chances to win at the very end and just missed.
Yeah, like the competition at this event was absolutely astounding. So it was fun to see some of the teams that were in the Alberta curling scene that made new teams this year come out and play, and then obviously against some of these world-class teams too, and they've definitely held their own. So it's a great event on that side of things.
So there you go. There's an example of Cameron talked about just kind of shuffling around those rocks that are on the center line or playing this come around, and they chose the come around. Little heavyweight. You're guessing a little bit out there, the tendency is to just give it a little bit more. If they can just catch the weight here and pop this, they can easily get to the piece of butt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, this will be close. There've been a few rocks down this path now, probably warmed it up a little bit, right? So won't have won't have that chance of grabbing some fresh pebble and maybe racking on the guards. So this will be real close. This is a new technique that I've seen this weekend as well that the
same.
international teams have pulled out of their arsenals. So
Just a little heavy again, just not quite guessing. So now the question is, what do you try to release or go in there? It looks like you're kind of committed to going in there. That the chance to release that other rock, bring some more into play, is gone. Cameron's looking at this end and thinking, if I can get one in here, I've still got the intern for multiple points.
yeah, absolutely. I think that red rock that's top 8 foot right on the center line that's sandwiched between those two yellow ones is basically not going to be moving for the rest of the end. And if it does, it's probably going to remove the Cameron shot there, top 4. So, if they could make this dead buried come, if they could get top button dead buried, probably a pretty good shot here.
Yeah, I think you'll see the run back, which comes with some risk.
Well, yeah, you miss it, it opens it up, and then you're doing the lob shot for 3.
They were sweeping that and trying to anticipate a curl, but it was just a little heavy, just a little strong, so it didn't curl. We haven't seen anybody throw the right weight yet here, quite the exact weight. I think it'll curl a lot more with a bit less weight.
Yeah, I think they might have got a little bit gun shy when the Team Han there racked on the guard and pushed them into the house. They thought, okay, well, I have to really get it out there and whatnot. So we'll see, a few, now that we're probably rock number 4 or 5 coming down this path. So
yeah,
should be starting to get an idea of it.
Way out there. They like the weight. I think it'll really finish. Here it comes. This is that finish, right? Still heavy though. Still sliding more than they think it is.
Yeah, again, that one though, you probably want to come down and tell your third you don't get to play the next end if you come up light with that one, right? So
with backing, that's not a bad shot.
Yeah,
with backing, it's a perfectly good shot.
In the Thursday night men's league, you'd be tapping, back here's flying, guys.
Yeah, back here's flying.
So, good miss, shot rock. Now they kind of switching gears here.
They're playing through this whole. They're playing the run. They're playing the run.
I think they're playing the run. Yeah.
This shot comes with some. Has some barrel too. You don't want to do that.
Lucky that their shot, ended up at 8 there. So it is, it is third shot.
Yeah, it's that. I think again, this is a point where you look at it and you say, I don't know, are we really going to steal here? Probably not.
Well, if you throw an outturn draw to top button, you might be stealing our intern draw top button as well if you want to risk it. You're lying.
Yeah,
right.
I guess you could. There's no real upside to hitting this back one, so you could get pretty aggressive. It looks like they're getting pretty aggressive.
Yeah. Intern draw the pin. Yeah.
Try to get it to the. Yeah. Just a
full 4 foot
farther.
dead buried is, and Team Cameron's in real big trouble.
Yeah, she's probably running the guard back in and hoping, just blasting and hoping everything. They're jacked a little bit that you can run the guard in and lose your shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And get the one in the top 8 foot moving, and maybe good things happen.
Yeah, then the Team Han probably elects to throw the guard there, and then you have the intern or outturn draw to either outcount this one if it's in a real good spot, or possibly outcount the back one and only give up 1. So all depends on this shot here. It's the first skipstone for Team Han.
Good soft release. That's not a lot of rotation. I wonder if that's going to get him in trouble.
Looks like they're jumping on it hard here.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point there. Good pickup on the soft release and just crashing over there.
Yeah, that was all in the release right there.
Yeah.
I don't think the ice call was bad.
So now this gives Kate the opportunity to just do the same thing that they tried. So
a lot of times in your club, you might think about going over to the other side and hitting shot rock and trying to roll over, or just hit shot rock and stay there and try to sit two. But you get a lot more points if you can if you can get this one shot and buried. You're looking at a possible multiple end score, not just a deuce.
yeah, real good point, right? So then Team Han will be on the real big defensive if this is in a good spot of going, how do we not give up 2, 3?
Yeah.
Where do we need to put our rock? And to the point of hitting that back one, then Team Han will be on the offensive. Even if you're lying 2 back there, they're probably going in the offensive, going, we have a real good chance still here to steal.
Get there first is what we say.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a positive release and popped it a little bit.
Yeah.
Lots of handle.
I believe they had the intern for the practice.
Yeah. This looks heavy though. It's not curling like it should if it's
Oh,
no,
great shot.
Take it all back.
Yeah, now to the point that we're just chatting about, Team Han's going to make a pretty good freeze here.
Yeah.
And then Kate's going to have the out turn, the exact same shot to the button for 2. So could be a same shot with a different turn for 2 points. Yeah.
And you really got to make this. Like you got to get, if this stops top 8 foot, now all of a sudden you bring 3 into play, right? So you've got to get this, there. And she's taken, look at how much more ice she's taken. They're pushing it in a little bit, but I'm not sure that they needed that much ice.
Yeah, it looks like it's about 4 inches, 5 inches more than what Kate had.
Yeah.
But with that release, if that wasn't just a poor release and that's kind of her normal.
Yeah, it's a little soft. It is soft.
So yeah, that little 4 inches ice more with Kate's pop and good rotation. That you kind of call the ice for your team and your delivery. Right?
Yeah.
So this looks like it's crashing towards that guard. They got to work on it hard to get it around.
I think they're going to get by. It's really interesting playing somebody who has a really soft release like that, because it's really hard to chase them.
Oh yeah.
They get into a spot and it's really tough to chase them. If you know that you can do that, like you can make your rocks curl a little bit more than everyone else.
Well, and that's why Glenn Howard gets mad when they touch up the rocks halfway through the briar.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
He's like, no, I know how to manipulate this rock down there. These, many years of playing on different types of ice surfaces, and the old, wise vets know how to get the rocks to dash and dive behind guards. You look at a lot of the younger teams that have playing on the Grand Slam ice every weekend and other stuff like that. They need to have the 5 rotations and have to pop it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And you see not a lot of people can follow Glenn on some of those shots midway through the briar before the rocks get touched up.
Yep. So big shot here. They think they can come down to this, just kind of come down to the inside of this back one and get second shot, because they have a tremendous amount of ice here.
Yeah, I think that's what they were motioning, is like, just don't be light here. If back forward, throw T-line all the way there, then right where the broom is there. So
doesn't look like that would be shot to me, but they seem like they took an awful lot of ice for this one. Looks like just a 1.
Looks like just a 1, yeah.
All right, we got ones all around. And after we will be back to the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major right after these messages. Stay tuned.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Ashland Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Ashland Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at ashland.com.
Myself, I was golf pro as well.
Welcome back to the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major, the third end of our championship final. My name is Matt Hames, and I'm joined by Matt Yo. It's the Matts.
It's the Mats, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad to be able to jump on this one. Did a lot last weekend with the men's major from the Hub International Men's Major. Got to get all of our sponsors right. So did a lot that weekend, but this weekend we've had a few ups and downs with the facility and different things. It hasn't really affected the ice much, except for one morning our scraper crapped out on us. Good thing we had our other scraper here from our provincial events that I do, the men's and ladies provincials out here. So we got that one on the ice, and we couldn't scrape for that morning draw, but we got her figured out after that. But these ladies and everyone have been super appreciative. And one of the things I was mentioning last weekend was, really getting a lot of feedback on. We tried a few different things as ice makers here this weekend, and also we have a little issue on sheet 6 with one of our pipes in the ground in sheet 6 is a little bit clogged, so there's a temperature little difference there. So we've had to manipulate a few things during the draws when that sheet is in play. So we give all the information to the players as much as we can and let them know what's happening, and they've been super supportive and a ton of really good feedback coming back. And actually that was really good, and thank you very much. And getting it playable the morning that we couldn't scrape, and it's just been a great event and a bunch of great athletes to deal with here at the Hack2House Ladies Major here at the city of Beaumont, the Beaumont Curling Club.
Yeah, lots of usually curlers are good people, right? Especially they're coming out there. You get what they'll just deal with what they get.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Last year at the Briar, there was a ton of humidity problems because the building that the Briar was in was really hard to dictate the ice. So you saw guys like hogging rocks late in the games just on draws. It's just it's a struggle. It is a struggle when in a curling club it's fine. You come to a curling club and everyone's playing in it. At some of these bigger events, you just want to make sure you have good ice. And it's not always easy, and it's not always just put down ice and make it cold.
Yeah, it's funny. I just that's my go-to, right? If something happens where you need some more help or whatever, I said, hey, listen, I just freeze water for a living. That's all I do. Everyone's like, no, you do a little bit more than that. Said, I get
well,
it.
Yeah, you paint it a bit too.
Yeah, exactly.
You paint it, but that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was great. Even last weekend with the men, we wanted the ice in about 10 days prior to the event, just for practice, getting on and all that type of stuff. And we ended up getting it in about 48 hours before the event. So, we actually have a little bit more curl this weekend than we had last week. Not much, maybe 3-4 inches, but just maneuvering a few sheets of rocks around as well, because a couple guys, not a couple, everyone that came off this sheet actually was saying like you can't win with these red rocks. Like there's a couple that are 10 feet different, and we're like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's tough.
sounds good. So we did some adjustments and moved them to a different on sheet 6 actually, and let some of the players know that has the rock books. And we have a few more Alberta Curling Series events here and the Beaumont Curling Club throughout the year, and we'll let the players that know that we switch the rocks over and give as much information as possible.
Yeah, that's good.
I was on the live stream with Matt Hall there last weekend and says, "Oh, you're pretty open book." I said, "Yeah, like you're not gonna, you got to give everyone the information you possibly can to help out the athlete be the best they can be as well, right?" So.
Oh yeah, rocks are, we were talking about this a little bit yesterday. Rocks are different. That's something to think about when you're a club curler. If you're watching this, rocks are not always exactly the same. So if you think you threw the same weight on 2 shots back to back, and there was 15 feet difference between the shots, it might not be you.
Yeah.
It could be the rocks.
Very good point. Yeah, keep a little rock book in your bag, and when next time you're on that sheet and you have the same result, okay, now something's up or something like that. And I think it was Don Walchuk back in the days said, just give me whatever, I'll throw whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
I know. And then there was one, I remember one time I asked a guy who won a world championship about the rocks, and he was like, well, this one curls about 2 millimeters more than the other one. I was like, dude, I'm not that good.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough to care about 2 millimeters, buddy.
Looked like that they were working on that one to curl all the way down the sheet.
Yeah, they're just trying to get that to curl. That's the spot that we saw in the first end. They're playing a lot of shots that we saw in the first end. This comes around this corner guard quite nicely here.
It looks like by the overhead that it might just be out, but I'm not. These the cameras aren't directly over the house. They're just a few feet closer to the top 12 foot than the back. But yeah, that's tough.
I think it's out. I don't think it would change this shot either if it was in. If they knew for sure it was in, I don't think they would come around the center. They'd still come around this. But so it's hard to tell based on their shot call. Yeah, here it goes. That just goes sideways. It's beautiful. Don't need to make that curl. You need to get that farther. There you go.
Fantastic shot.
Solid sweeping. That's a good spot. It's going to force a draw. This is exactly what the Han team wants here. With hammer, tied up at ones. Kate's taking a little bit less ice here. So
I was just going to mention that, right? So maybe a little bit less of a pop from Team Han. So
yeah.
Again, ice your ice for your players, not the opposition.
That was a nice just a little inside out throw there. So
yelling hard line.
Yeah, I think they're going goodbye.
Oh, real close. Good sweeping, just a touch light.
It's a touch light, but it's not a bad shot. It's definitely it's tough to go around this center guard. It's
kind of block off. Yeah, and you kind of block off that the outturn draw again, right? So
yeah,
option is to go around the center guard to the only disadvantage there that for the Cameron team is that one's not really even top 12. So you could come around the center guard kind of full 8 foot. You don't have to go right to the 4 foot.
Or even bite the 8 foot. Bite the 8 foot. And they're playing this outturn, bite the 8 foot half, like even a 7/8 open, or open by an 1/8. I mean, like 7/8 buried. It doesn't have to be completely buried here. In fact, they don't want to get just by the guard and over bury. Come out.
Yeah, give it double.
So they want to be on the outside of this if possible. It's pretty straight here. They played a bunch of shots down here in the first end. So it will finish in this spot. But
yeah,
not
she's
like it.
Working hard for weight here, I think.
Yeah, they got to go hard for weight. See some body language there. That's just light. The only question is, do you just throw this intern? There's not much else I see here, other than just like bang this intern, and now you can actually go top 4 foot because there's a couple of guards in play.
Yeah, intern right top 4 foot dead buried, even over buried, because then you'd be buried at the red.
Yeah, you can get probably 3/4 buried behind that red rock now, which would be good. It's a high guard, so.
Take this quick opportunity for a few sponsors. Sea Change Brewery here in Beaumont, as well as Ice Advice, who gives us ice technicians to the minute ice temperatures on our phones through their app, iceadvice.ca. Hack2House, which is our presenting sponsor of the major here this weekend. Blade sharpening here right in Edmonton that just started up. It's been phenomenal so far. Hack2House.com. All right, intern draw, trying to put a clock on it here. Usually ice maker's fingers are a little slow to the button, but
Oh yeah.
and I didn't even get it, so
Oh, that's all right. When I was
looks like it's coming in pretty good.
Yeah, it's coming in nice. When I was an ice maker watching water freeze, we would play the game with our stopwatches of trying to get it right on the 0 all the way
Yeah.
to the seconds. So like that's what ice makers do when they're just sitting around waiting for something to happen.
That was way previous to iPhones and stuff though now, right?
Yeah.
Won't age yourselves too far.
Yeah, now when you got an iPhone, you can just listen to a podcast or watch a video while you're waiting for.
Head to the YouTube channels and watch some curling here at the Alberta Curling Series.
Exactly. I mean, that's one of the cool things about Curling Stadium, is that they're going to get to watch this game. The only bad part is they're going to have to listen to us yammering on about.
Yeah, there's a mute button, right?
It's true.
Yeah, no, a lot of these teams we were talking about it, how the live stream has really brought a new dynamic to their coaching. Their coaches don't even really need to be in the building anymore. They can watch the game at home and have their meetings via Zoom or anything else in between games, and also getting the opportunity to have their sponsors getting some recognition as well. So great job out there, Jerry Gertz. And
this might roll behind the guard. Yeah, look at that. They should be sweeping
good
that.
shot. Real good shot.
That's in an interesting spot here where it might be really tough to make this. They might have to play the intern draw. It might be tough to make that out turn freeze. It doesn't look like it, but that high guard might actually kind of be in the way a bit.
Yeah, it looks like they've elected the intern draw. Same shot, just got to get it buried.
Just get it better buried. You know what's interesting is that she doesn't have much less ice, so she was edge of the 8 foot on her first shot, and now she's gone in a 1/4 inch. I don't even not a lot.
Not much. No.
So must believe that it's partly just if I throw it a bit softer and they sweep it, it'll curl a bit more. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think too, right? If you're 2 feet less weight, the tap shot's probably not available, but because I think they were right on the button there, right? So you still need to be in the 4 foot, obviously.
Yeah, you got to get it in the 4 foot. Biting the 4 foot would be perfect here. A little bit.
You got to work on it hard for weight, but they got to get the other sweeper in there to work it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, to your point, not a lot less ice, right? So.
Yeah.
Shot rock.
Just perfect. Just perfect. It's gonna leave this shot. It's gonna leave this shot for 3. Seems pretty confident in it again.
Well, we watched that. Confident. The way she throws it to the last end, where that intern coming down. Last end. Her intern probably a lot like mine, moves a lot, and might. This.
Well, the first one was buried, and she had half a rock and stayed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she might look at the hack here and think it's half open just because she's got that much confidence in it, right? So
Yeah, this little soft intern, probably about the same weight.
big shot here for 3.
Yeah.
Here in the third end at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Ladies Major.
It's going pretty hard.
I think she's got it.
Pretty good, yeah.
Wow. Got
Just gonna
nose.
might nose it.
What a great shot.
Wow, that's a good 3 right there. We'll get our breath and come back and talk about that in the final of the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. We'll be right back after these messages.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Ashland Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Ashland Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at ashland.com.
All right, welcome back to the final of the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major between Han of China and Cameron of Winnipeg, Manitoba. That was a really, really fun end and a good illustration, Matt. My name is Matt Hames, and I'm joined by Matt Yo, and that was a real good indication of just understanding how you throw curling stone.
Yeah, absolutely. We kind of chatted there during the break that she basically knows that rock was absolutely dead buried, even maybe an inch or two, over buried, and she definitely knows how to throw those soft weight and soft handles, and to your point as well is that when you're playing an opposition like this, you think that one's dead buried, perfect, great shot, but you almost need to take on a little bit more risk yourself and almost need to try to overbury your shots because you know that she could follow it through.
Well, you also really they threw the intern on Cameron's first, and Han hit and rolled buried, and so they tried to do it again. Took like a couple of millimeters less ice. You might have even just looked at that situation and thought maybe we should try this outturn freeze. Maybe we should it's just. You don't want to give up 3 here. Maybe we should try the outturn freeze. And I know it was a tougher shot or more precise shot, but it was just like she was able to nose hit that totally buried guard.
Yeah, that was an amazing shot. It was great execution.
Yeah.
Just
great sweeping, a good team shot.
Oh, great shot there.
Yeah,
the Cameron team dead frozen.
I think they're gonna go a little bit harder. Obviously, this end, you drop a 3 like that in the 4th end, and you want to try to get those points back right away. it's somebody on the team. Always, you need somebody on the team to be like, it's okay, we're good. Let's get a deuce. It's not the end of the world. We gave up a 3. It's good. Let's just get a deuce. Like you need to have somebody on the team who's just like, we're good. You got this. We got this.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about that last weekend where Team Stachinski was down the same exact score, I think, in the final of the men's major, and they came back to win, right? So
yeah,
you kind of had that conversation with Kerr Drummond and said, how'd you guys do it? And he said, well, we made 32 perfect shots. So it starts with your first one, and you keep on going, and building momentum, and making sure that you stay in it. And only takes 1 or 2 misses here and there, and you make all of your shots at this level to get your deuce back and steal, and maybe get your 3 back, or but you got lots of time left, and 5 block rule, no ticks, and just string some shots together here. And you're definitely going to need some help, to get your 2 or 3, back. But it doesn't look like you might not get a whole bunch the way Team Han's playing at the first 3 ends as well.
I don't. There's not really a wrong shot in curling, but I'm gonna say I don't love this shot. I don't love I would like this. It's good execution. It's a good shot. I would have thought about maybe just kind of like coming through with the other turn and jiggling those guards a bit. I don't think those guards are necessarily helping you.
Yeah, or even, you're lying. I don't know if you were shot, but you're lying pretty close to the button, dead frozen to that red one. Maybe even go around your corner guard that you threw up.
Go around the corner guard, or think about just like removing those guards and just working your way to a less complicated deuce would be really good here.
Yeah, I don't want to shrink the scoring area too much, right? And get all clustered into the 4-foot there, right?
Yeah.
Probably going to get a little bit lucky here. Doesn't look like
they are going to get a break.
Yeah.
This is what did.
Now you got your 2 corner guards, and what do we know?
Yeah, so now what do you do? Because it looks like the problem is if you nose hit that top yellow, you could lose both yellows. You're going to lose the red as well, but you could lose both yellows. Maybe you want him to do that? Just come on the corner guard, or maybe you want to move that rock.
If they do that, then you probably, you have the opportunity to go around the corner again, or the other corner, and lie 2 maybe, or even lie 2nd, 3rd, and then kind of start piling up behind. But I think the motion was to throw kind of like
straight
a back.
draw.
Was it a straight draw? Okay.
I think
thought
so.
Maybe they were talking like a back liner, but no, straight draw.
Maybe.
Right?
I think it's a straight draw, though. I think they talked about the possibility of coming off it. Gotta go for line.
Yeah, it looked like they were pretty kind of lackadaisical on that one a little bit. Just kind of jumped on them a bit, maybe.
Got a nice little break there, though, because it takes away the ability to just hit this pretty square. So you took away the double. Now you're gonna leave possibly this nose hit on the top one. Little high side, try to smash it in there and hope things go well. If you're Kate, you want to be ready to sweep one of these rocks, be just in the position to sweep one of these rocks behind the corner guard.
Yeah, they could hit this real good to maybe get a triple, or you could hit this real bad and leave 2 yellows in the stone.
You leave 2 yellows buried behind the corner guard.
Yeah, exactly.
It could jam on that back one. You could leave. You could see a scenario where, depending upon how they hit this, you could leave 2. It might come off the back red. That back one might just tick off the back red as well.
No shortage of weight here, throwing it.
Yeah, it's flying.
Yeah, leaving 2
there.
rows.
You need to sweep that, Kate. That's what I want to sweep that. Every little millimeter helps.
Right there, yeah. Right around the corner. Don't even worry about the other one. Half buried to 3/4 buried.
Yep.
Exactly, right? So that they kind of went through the the motions there of, if they try this double and don't make it, that yellow rock's going to get punched behind the corner guard even further. And their red rock's going to be wide open. So then you have a hit and roll to lie 3 dead berry behind the corner guard. So really good decision here. Again, when you're thinking about maybe the Thursday night or the Tuesday night, men's or mixed or ladies league, we have our shot rock on the button. Let's guard that, or let's, at this level, they're thinking, 3-4 shots down the road here. And if they make this one perfect, it could really set up a big end for them. Maybe a touch heavy?
Maybe a touch heavy. It's going to bounce it a little bit. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get some separation. Ooh, did they set up the triple?
Yep.
There's
half
just
a rock
down right away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This one is
Very
probably
excited.
on its way here in about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Outturn, half a rock. I would think they're throwing the outturn, half a rock, but maybe not.
Yeah, I think they're probably throwing the outturn. She's a 12 o'clock thrower though, so it's hard to figure out until she lets it go.
The reason why I'm thinking outturn here is that you'll have a little bit more action up with your shooter to get that one off the button off of.
I think it's easier to throw too.
Yeah, there it is.
Might overcurl on him.
Looks pretty close.
Yeah, that's good.
Great shot.
And a little roll behind.
Remember we had the big fist bumps. Nothing makes me smile more than at 8 o'clock in the morning when we're coming off the ice after we scraped it, and the Japanese teams and the Chinese teams are running around and laughing and giggling. Man, they have a lot of fun. It's awesome to watch.
What? How could they not be having fun? They're just they're doing for a living. They're in beautiful Beaumont, Alberta.
All right, second attempt. You're still with a couple of real good shots here, and
you can get a
still
deuce.
have it in here. Yeah.
Wow, that's the. Just not quite executing. First one was a little heavy, so the tendency when you're a little heavy is to just say, be sitting in the hack going, don't be heavy again, and then get inside your own head. The hardest thing in curling to do is to get out of your own head. Tell you, Matt, you play 1,000 shots to the forefoot, and then when you just know how to make that shot more and more, like you just played so many hundreds of thousands of shots to the forefoot, and then all of a sudden you're in your head and you're trying to say, don't do this, don't be this, don't be this, and as soon as you start thinking about how not to miss, you're getting in the headspace of missing a shot.
Well,
I'm not saying
funny.
that's what he was doing. I'm just saying that's what I do.
That's what I do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's funny because we were just chatting about Mike Harris and Wayne Madaw and them. I believe Wayne was a golf pro as well, but it seems like these curlers. I'm myself as curler, ice maker, golf professional. It seems like we kind of tendency to play sports that can get in your head and you hit the same shot 100 times or 1,000 times, and when you're sitting there and you've made that shot a million times and you have absolutely no feel sometimes, you don't have a clue where it's going, you can just be lost. It's an interesting sport where that can happen.
It's so mental. Like Wayne would always say, play to win, don't play to not lose.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
And that's the same with a shot, right? Just play the shot. Don't play to not make a shot. Don't sit in the hack and think like the worst thing that you can actually do is say, what's the pro miss?
Yeah.
Don't think about missing when you're sitting in the hack. Just think about making.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Don't think about that water hazard. Think about what's over it, right?
Exactly. You don't think bad thoughts. Don't put any bad thoughts into your head. I got to make sure I don't go in the water is the best way to go into the water, right?
Yeah, we have a curling team. We're called the Dynasty. That a bunch of guys that have curled together for, oh my God, we're probably 23 years now. Same 6 guys, and our old adage before we throw a shot that's a risk reward, or could be a game breaker. It's always what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, here they are deciding about what's the worst that can happen here. And Han made a really nice draw. So they're debating. They are deciding to come around this corner guard.
Yeah, this is tough. I think
are they
they're playing a
contemplating
hit and
this
roll.
intern hit and roll?
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
what they're playing. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They're pretty close. I don't think she can make the double here, but I don't think it matters. Hit the top one, get rid of the back one, roll behind the corner guard. You make it less shot, right? So it won't be on the forefoot anymore. You could, if you make this roll buried, you could end up shot. It's not critical that you're shot right here. It's critical that you stay.
Very critical that you want to stay here. Absolutely. If you don't, then it's going to be real tough to probably score.
Fighting the slide there and sliding a little tight and worked it out there. Let's see if she worked it out far enough. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty close. No, it's going to nose it.
Yeah, now with a dead nose shot for Team Han here, it might be pretty difficult for Cameron to score here.
Well, she might have to either take if she dead noses it, it's not going to be it's going to be a precarious double.
Yeah, double probably double the blank, right?
Double the blank or an outturn draw to the forefoot away from the butt.
Yeah.
Neither one is fun. Really want to nose hit here and put some pressure on. If you roll either way, you just make a pretty simple double, and I think that Team Cameron would love to get out of this end with a blank. So big shot here, nose hit, and you put a lot of pressure on them.
Last stone in the fourth end here by Team Han at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Women's Major.
I wonder if she throws it like that at an arena.
Yeah, not sure. Looks real good again.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Just a perfect nose hit. They were sweeping it to try to get a little tiny bit of a roll. I'm not sure that they wanted to get the roll.
Yeah, you roll an inch or two to the left. It gives Kate basically the same shot she just played.
Yeah.
A little hit roll off the one that's on the top left in the 8 foot there, as you see on the overhead view. And now, like you said, the outturn draw away from the center line to the side, but for one. So this is a tough shot because if you miss it, you're probably giving up 2 just with where the rocks are.
Well, yeah. The other tough part about this is that it's not a shot that you ever really practice or you have a muscle memory for. So this is a kind of shot that you're forced to, not a shot that you ever choose to throw. So it's hard to sit in the hack and look at it. You got to actually just say to yourself, hit the broom and throw T-line weight, or throw the weight.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw the weight, but it's really not a shot that you ever practice.
All right, last stone rock for Team Cameron here in the fourth end, the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. Draw for 1, needs probably just a little bit of a bite of a forefoot.
Might be curling a bit too much. Might be a little bit heavy too.
It's heavy.
Skinny those guards.
Looks like it's going to be a steal of 2 here for Team
Yeah.
Han. Up 6-1 after 4 ends here at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major here in Beaumont, Alberta.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
And we are back to the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. It's the fourth end break with Han from China up 6-1 on Kate Cameron in this final at the Beaumont Curling Club. Thanks to Curling Stadium for bringing this to you, this game to you, and all the games this week. This weekend. It's really awesome to have curling on at all times. It's so awesome that Curling Stadium just does this. My name is Matt Hames, and I'm joined here by Matt. We're the Matts.
We're the
bringing
Matts,
you the commentary.
Yeah, Matt Yo here, owner-operator of Tim's Ice Manufacturing, so one of the clubs that we operate here in Beaumont. Head ice technician Justin Rumson, who's been working hard this weekend, and all the crew here at the Beaumont Curling Club Rec Center, helping us out with a few issues over the past 3-4 weeks actually. These guys have been absolutely phenomenal. So big shout out to our sponsors for the event here, Hack2House. We have Sea Change Brewery here in Beaumont, Boston Pizza in Beaumont here as well, Hub International Insurance, who are a title sponsor of the Alberta Curling Series Men's Major last weekend.
Yep.
As well as all of our local sponsors that you can see on the live stream there, where we have MFP Fueling, as well as a lot of local sponsors that help out our curling clubs. So anybody out there in the curling community that knows a business owner or anything like that in your community that doesn't have a sign up on the boards, head out there, tell them to sponsor the curling club, and every dollar helps for these non-for-profit organizations. So
you want to know what one of my all-time favorite sponsorships has been? At my curling club, I curl out of the Utica Curling Club in New York State. And for a number of years, Harley Davidson sponsored the hog line.
That's awesome.
Isn't that the best?
That's the best.
I actually think Harley Davidson should sponsor the hog line of every curling club.
That's probably the best sponsor that I've ever heard of. That's awesome.
Yeah. And it was big, it was a big hog line, because of course it was. It wasn't just a little tiny ribbon. It was a good half a foot hog line. It just took up a lot of space.
Oh, that's
it just
awesome.
Obviously it went in the non-playing area, right? So
yeah,
but it was nice and big.
Yeah, so we're sitting here in the fifth end, 6-1. They did have some conversation after the fourth end there and look at the scoreboard of saying, 6-1, probably want to play one more, throw everything we got at them here, try to get our 2 or 3 back in the game.
Yeah,
and
if they
go
get
from
a
there.
deuce, they're going to need some breaks, right? But if they get a deuce and then get a couple of steals, they could put some pressure on. These days you can't tick those center guards, so you get a couple of center guards. You can get a deuce, you can pick away here, maybe get a multiple steal. I think the key to this end, if you're Cameron, is you're almost at throw the kitchen sink at the mode, but not fully. You don't have to fully commit to it.
And then you also got to have a team that's probably shooting about 95% at the moment. Give us a couple breaks along the road here.
Yeah, you need a couple of breaks, but throw a couple of corners here. You can come around these corners.
Good to do another little shout out here. My girls are watching on the live stream, so hi Evelyn and Chloe.
Nice.
Be good for your mom for dinner tonight. I'll see you tonight when I get home.
So this is actually as great as the Han team has been playing this game, this end is not set up incredibly for them. Like they've only got one rock in the full 12 and then kind of staggered tight center guard. So, they're going to be probably playing a wide intern here, which is going to leave a possibility of a freeze to it and come around your own corner guard. So there's going to be some chances this end for Cameron.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some rocks in play, right? So
yeah, so like you're coming around a rock top 12 here, which means that even with their soft handles, there's probably not going to completely bury. So your opportunities here are going to be like come around your own corner or freeze to this, get some rocks in play. And then the guards are staggered in such a way that it's no gimme to double those out. This is a good looking shot. Maybe just a little deep.
Yeah, back 4 foot looks like. You hear a little creak of the door open. Just got to, you got 6 shots left. Make them all.
Yeah. I don't think you want to hit under any circumstances. I think you want to just freeze to this back one.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Like if you are right now, if you freeze to that back one, and then then Han gives you the opportunity, if they make a miss here, of ticking one of the red ones on their way down, or if they miss a peel.
Yeah, I think if you go to the back one, Han peels those centers.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
So like when you think about that, if you're making the shot that they would play if you didn't throw, then you want to really consider whether or not that is the one that puts the most pressure on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then if they would have come down, ripped these centers, then now that you go around the corner guard.
Yeah.
And the way those corner guards are set up, there is no double peel available. So, saying that, great shot, moved everything around. Now you got 3-4 corners.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good result. The problem is that they can get rid of that one corner is really super high. You might be able to come around it and actually get around to the edge of the 8, almost to a point where you actually can't make it with the out turn.
Yeah, the only the downfall of that shot there was the shooter actually jammed on the rock that was dead buried behind the corner guard, right? So, so now taking this out is your rock that you draw behind that high corner guard is going to be, especially again we talk about a little bit of a soft handle, definitely going to be accessible to tap them out. But here's a little
break
chink.
If they hit the top one here.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a break. So now you've got some options, and I think where I would go, Matt, is I would come around the red one first.
Yeah,
5 rocks to come.
It's
come
so
around
funny,
the red
right?
one. They peel. Then you start locking them around this.
Yeah, it's so funny in this sport, right? There's probably 3 shots here, right? You could come around the yellow corner, you can come around the red corner, Or you could come around and freeze that back red one, and then see what Han wants to do after that, right? So
I would say if you just kind of count the shots, right? If you come around the red corner and you sit like T line, they run the red in, and you're still playing for hoping some misses, right? But they run the red in and they miss the back one. Now you come around this corner, they hit the open one, you come around this corner again and you bring 3 into play. The flip side of that, right, is if you make this one perfect and they peel the guard, you have to then sink 2 behind their red one instead of your yellow one.
Mhm.
So I think just that the putting pressure on them shot is better. It would have been better to come around the red, in my opinion. They try the run, miss it, and then you sick 2 behind your own yellow, and you still got a freeze over there too. As it happened, they didn't execute, so you don't really get to see how an end plays out sometimes when they don't execute perfectly, because you can draw it all up from here. I never miss a shot from standing here commentating.
Right, the offensive coordinators for the football up the stairs, it's really easy for to draw up the play. It's, There's a few variables on the field of trying to make it.
Yeah, I mean the Cameron team here is in hope mode, and they're also like just not quite on right now.
Yeah, they've it's coupled with the Han team not really missing a shot.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, there's another one.
Almost tick that on. I still stand by the same scenario. Come around the red, but chance for 3. Still a chance for 3 this way. Key to this is to get one of these in the rings buried. Just put some pressure.
Yelling hard for line.
Yeah, it's coming. It's going to be tight.
Third game of the day. These hard for line ones are probably starting to wear on you a little bit.
Just
a pitch.
The way it was the way it was good there. Just a little. Just can't quite find the right spot to put the broom. Sometimes it's just one of those days in this game. One of the great things about our game, though, is that you can actually, when you're having a really bad day, is you can just shake, and you never hear the commentator say, well, Matt, you got to hand it to them. They hung in there right to the end.
Yeah.
They didn't. They went upstairs. They didn't hang in there.
Yeah. Yeah, good conversation here for the Team Han team too, right? It's not just put down the broom and chuck it, and they talked about either turn as well as the weight calls, so they're working on it hard though, not to jam this. You're getting some breaks here this end. A real good hit and roll here. You're going to set up a deuce for sure.
That's a good shot right there. That's a great. That's gonna forces this run back. Do you think that? I think you might be able to also split that top yellow one on.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely, a little intern. Yeah, if they
This is a big shot right here. Like we've seen Han make a lot of really good draws and little down weight hits, but this is one of the first normal weight hits I can. She hasn't thrown a normal weight hit in a while. Last end she did, obviously, a nose hit, but this is a big shot in the end in this game. Looks pretty good.
yeah, still opportunity to get another one buried and you know, hit and roll out on the, because you bury this one, Han's gonna hit the wide open one.
Yeah.
They hit and roll out, then you have your split for 3.
Do you ever split now?
Yeah, live 3.
Because the thing about this, right, is if she does hit the back one, then you don't have a split anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you're
And I think down 6-1, I think you're in like, we got to take some chances here. So if you can make this split and roll over and just kind of roll over to center and leave her that long double, you know, if she misses the double, then you get a 3. I don't hate this. I'm not saying like come around this corner guard, make this come around, they roll out, and then you're splitting for 3. 2 is okay too.
Yeah, good shot.
Hit the back one. Really, really want to stay here, obviously. If you can stay here, then... Ooh, they're contemplating hitting the other one.
That'd be risky.
A little bit. Play the little intern thin double. Just hit this back one. The score says hit this
Yeah,
back.
scored right on the nose, right? Give up your deuce. Full control of the game.
Let's see if she can hold her shooter. It's looking pretty good. Got a curl. That's curl.
Looks like it right on the nose.
Yeah.
All right, last stone draw for 2 to go down 6-3.
Yep.
In the
Good end.
Alberta Curling Series Hack2House Ladies Major. Yeah, good end. A few misses, right, that you're asking for, and
yeah, you got a couple of breaks. It's too bad they couldn't turn those breaks into a 3, but the deuce is pretty good. The deuce means that they're playing a little bit more. And now in the 6th end, they're going to throw the kitchen sink at them. Try to get both of those center line guards to touch the center line and really get aggressive. Last rock, draw for 2. Nice positive release. Sweeper seem okay with it.
yeah, just kind of monitoring it down the ice. Nice shot for 2 for Kate Cameron.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's 6-3 after 5 at the final of the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
All right, welcome back to the final of the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major in beautiful Beaumont, Alberta. My name is Matt Hames, and you're watching a game here between Han of China and Cameron of Canada. And now it's the Cameron team is going to try to throw 2 centers and basically throw the kitchen sink at them here. Try to just keep as many rocks in play as possible, while the Han team is going to try to peel everything. So this, if you're not sure, the new rules are is if the rock is touching the center line, it can't be ticked. So the key to these center guards, really precise, get them to touch that center line. In this situation, what you really want to do here is you want to be dead buried behind this rock, as dead buried as you possibly can be, fully on the center line. And it's just a perfect setup end, and gives you the chance to really put some pressure on and steal. So that is great. Like, that's just, if you could walk down and put 2 center guards there, that's where you would basically put them. My name is Matt Hames, and commentator here. Thanks to Curling Stadium for bringing you this live coverage of this Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. So here we got the 2 center line guards set up, and now you're just going to try to go around them. This wide out turn, just kind of choke off any of these draws. Just take away the ability to get into the butt. That is just going sideways. I might have just grabbed something, or it also might just go sideways there. It's a really good looking shot, but it doesn't hurt anything. No, Kate's still just gonna freeze, just get some rocks in the rings. You can freeze with both turns. You saw how much that curled. You just want to get something right on top of it, frozen. You're gonna see the Han team start peeling. Eventually what you want to have is just a tough shot by them to score. So they got the forefoot choked off pretty nicely. If they can freeze here, they're gonna have some opportunities. It's got a curl. I really don't want to bounce off. Looks like it's pretty good. Good shot, good judge. I think you're gonna see her just walk up and peel that center. You don't have to get rid of both. Don't get fancy here up 6-3. Just get rid of the one guard. So the peel is made, and now probably gonna see a center guard. Just replace that. You might talk about coming into the rings. I think it's a little bit early to come in the ring, so everyone kind of agrees that the shot here is center guard. That's the cat and mouse part about this game, the chess on ice part. Who goes first? When do you go? When do you decide to be a little bit more aggressive? Just in a normal everyday curling end with a normal not down 3 without, you might wait a bit longer, but I think you're going to see that this Cameron team is going to have to go a bit sooner than they're comfortable with. This guard is going a little tighter than they want. Not bad. Still just straight peel this. No need to take a run at trying to get rid of these 2 rocks. Just get rid of the 1. At this point for the Han team, they're just thinking, how can we keep this as simple as we possibly can? Just all we need to do is just keep peeling, and then the complexity is going to have to come from the Cameron team. They're the ones who are going to have to play like taps and move rocks. All you have to do is just continually peel this center. So one more center guard. I think this will be the last center guard. I think you'll see Han peel this, and then they'll have a conversation, maybe call a timeout, and decide what they want to do. There's a couple of shots. I don't want this to be tight. That's a little tighter than they want. I don't think Han wants that either. She just wants to peel this rock and not try to deal with 2, but it's too close to worry. So switch into the out turn and trying to smash these and see what happens. There's a very real possibility of this going back onto the mass in the forefoot. This is going to be moving though. Big leg drive, big extension. Looks pretty good. Oh, it just missed the back one. That's all right. Now you're at the point where you can't really throw a center guard anymore. So now it's you can tell your date's going to there. She's already sitting in the hack. You're not even talking about it or taking a look at it. Just whatever you like. I think it would be a good idea to just go down there and take a look at it. Playing this with a little bit more weight, then you really want to try to hold the shooter somewhere there. They're playing this what looks like with a control weight. Shooter is definitely rolling off somewhere. Trying to just move some things around. Nice quiet weight. Now it's all over the guard. Hopefully it gets to the nose of the guard. That is not the shot that they were looking for, obviously. Real interesting there. Like that was a pretty big shot, and the 2 shots that they had was the one that they were thinking about, maybe with quieter weight, or just run the guard straight back. And you know, you can see some frustration on the Cameron team now, and I think that frustration just led to a little bit of miscommunication on that shot, a little bit of frustration. Just let's just throw it, whatever. It's been a long day for these ladies today. It's been a long weekend. It's great to make it to the final, and sometimes you know you just don't have it. I think the shot here now is just run this center line guard back. There's not much else. Just nose hit it. Throw normal weight. You know you're frustrated. Everyone's frustrated. Show this out turn, hit it on the nose. Try to nut it.
Sorry, back here, Matt. Sorry for leaving you hanging.
That's all right. I love talking to myself.
We're talking blades. Our blade sharpener from Hack2House popped by.
Nice.
We're doing a bunch of testing here as well with a few other blades that we've got from a couple ice makers, really good ice makers here in Alberta that were really wonky for them last year. So we want to take them in and sharpen it and then test it and make sure we're getting the wonkiness out of their blades for them. So
Nobody likes a wonky blade.
no, yeah,
We got a big shot right here, though. Nose hit.
right on nose, eh?
Right on the nose is what we're going for. Going to be just a little high. It's going to roll over, and it's probably going to jam. Look at that.
Shot rock.
Shot rock, and still a center guard, which is okay. So Han's going to play this. Han is contemplating just playing the draw or playing a hit and roll. I will always say that it's much easier to draw a rock to a spot than hit and roll a rock to a spot. So I would be playing the draw here, even though they're up 6-3. You would not be hitting this rock. No matter what you throw, Kate's coming around the center line guard.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely like you said before, throw the kitchen sink at them. Doesn't matter what happens over there.
Yeah.
They're on top four.
I would throw this out turn draw, take a little bit more ice, and if I went top 12 wide open, I'd be gold. That would be gold. And then that forces her to throw the in turn draw or come around your own. And you've got a run back, or you've got that in turn soft weight thing that she can nose hit buried guards on still. Like, what's the danger? Looks like she's playing the out turn draw. Got lots of ice. Yeah, it doesn't have to be buried. Just top. Looks like it's gonna be buried. It's pretty good. Take that rock and move it over like just a couple of centimeters to the right, and that would be a perfect shot. As it stands, it's still a decent shot. Kate's gonna try to whistle one here to the top button.
In turn, wide in turn around, top button, and then you're hoping for a miss on the red run back, and if she misses it the right way, it might actually be a steal too. So if she puts us in a real good spot, it's going to be a decision time to how much weight you want to play that red run back with.
Or or follow her down with your soft in turn and nose hit it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think you'll see her play that shot before this red run back. We'll see. Last rock in the 6N for Cameron, and last rock in the Bonspiel if it's not a goodie. It's out there nice. It should do a lot of finishing. It's by the guard by a lot.
Yeah, they're sweeping for back 4 foot now.
Yeah.
And to your point, maybe that soft in-turn tap that she likes to throw made an unbelievable shot in the third end for 3.
Yeah. So that got by the guard by about a full rock. So that draw got by the guard by maybe a full rock if you watch it. So you can get by this. This guard isn't really in play for nose hitting this with like a board weight. Make this shot, get a deuce. Hands are shaking. And you are the champion of the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. Last rock of the sixth end. Possibly the bonspiel. Nice little soft in turn. Supers like it. Gotta make it curl. Maybe just a
they're
little
waving
heavy.
that it might be a little heavy, yeah. Oh.
Got a piece. Got enough. Got a 1. Wait, still see handshakes? Might not.
No, you still have your opportunity in the seventh end to possibly get 3. So
Yeah.
you got to play one more, right? And
Yeah.
and with the no tick rule, make all your shots and make it as tough as possible.
Yeah. So we'll be back to the seventh end of the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major right after these messages. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold the phone. It looks like we won't be back to the seventh end of this. It looks like they shook hands. They have shaken hands. So your champion of the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major is Yuhan of Beijing, China. Congratulations on that. And you know, sometimes you come out and you just can't quite get the rock in the right spot, just missed by the inch, but you also put it in a great spot and somebody just nose hits your buried rock with a soft in turn. And that's kind of if we're going to do a turning point of the game, I think that was the moment where the Han team came in and nose hit that buried rock for 3, really took control of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you. So, well played weekend, undefeated for Team Han, and a great final game here at the Hack2House Alberta Curling Series Major. And thank you very much for letting me join on here, Matt. And appreciate all you're doing.
It was great chatting with you, Matt. And thanks to Curling Stadium for bringing this live coverage of this event. And thanks to all the sponsors. And thanks to everybody who watched. And thanks to the ice makers, because you make the ice, Matt. That makes the curling fun. So
yeah, thanks
everyone.
Matt. Appreciate it.
We'll see you another time. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.